Most people think a puffy face is just genetics. They assume their face shape is something they were born with. So if their cheeks look fuller or their jawline looks soft in photos, there's nothing they can really do about it. But facial appearance is not nearly as fixed as most people think. Your face is one of the most responsive parts of your body. Small internal changes can influence how much fat or fluid is stored in your facial tissues. The surprising part is that many of these changes happen because of patterns people repeat every single day. The problem is that most people never realize which habits are quietly affecting how their face looks. At this point, the real question becomes clear. If facial puffiness is not simply random and not purely genetic, then what actually determines how your face looks? The answer lies in how your body regulates certain internal processes throughout the day. These processes affect how tissues hold fluid, how fat is distributed, and how facial structure appears over time. Once you start looking at facial appearance through this lens, it becomes much easier to understand why some habits gradually change the way the face looks. One of the biggest drivers of facial fat is your overall body fat percentage. Your body does not store fat in only one place. When excess energy is stored, some of that fat naturally accumulates in areas like the cheeks and under the chin. The face contains natural fat pads that give it structure, but when body fat levels increase, those areas can become more noticeable. That is why many people observe that when they gradually lose weight, their face also begins to look leaner. The cheeks become less full, and the jawline starts to appear more defined. The goal is not extreme weight loss. Instead, maintaining a healthy body fat level over time can slowly bring out the natural contours of your face. Physical activity plays a major role in how your body manages fat and fluid balance. Cardio exercises increase your heart rate and encourage your body to burn stored energy. Activities like brisk walking, cycling, jogging, or swimming help your body use stored fat as fuel. As body fat gradually decreases, fat stored in the face can also begin to reduce. Cardio also improves circulation, which helps your body move fluids more efficiently through the lymphatic system. Better circulation can reduce the buildup of fluid that contributes to facial puffiness. Even moderate exercise done consistently can slowly improve both body composition and facial definition. Your face contains dozens of small muscles that help with expressions, speaking, and chewing. Just like other muscles in the body, they can benefit from occasional activation. While facial exercises do not directly burn fat in the face, they can help strengthen the muscles beneath the skin. Over time, this may help improve muscle tone and support the overall structure of the face. A simple routine can help activate these muscles and increase awareness of facial movement. Start by puffing out your cheeks with air and slowly shifting the air from one side of your mouth to the other. Continue this for about 20 seconds. Next, pucker your lips and move them toward one side of your face, then the other. Alternate slowly for another 20 seconds. Finally, smile as wide as you comfortably can while gently clenching your teeth. Hold that smile for about 10 seconds and repeat a few times. These movements help activate muscles in the cheeks, jaw, and around the mouth. Sleep plays a surprisingly important role in how your face looks. When sleep is poor or inconsistent, the body produces higher levels of stress hormones like cortisol. Elevated cortisol can increase inflammation and encourage the body to retain water. Inflammation and fluid retention can make facial tissues appear swollen or puffy. In addition, poor sleep can disrupt hormones that regulate appetite, which may increase cravings for foods that contribute to fat storage. Consistently getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep allows the body to regulate these systems properly and often helps reduce facial puffiness over time. Hydration is another key factor influencing facial appearance. When the body does not receive enough water, it often compensates by holding onto fluid in tissues. This fluid retention can show up in areas like the face, making it appear swollen. Drinking adequate water helps the body maintain proper fluid balance. When hydration levels are stable, the body becomes more efficient at releasing excess water instead of storing it. Over time, consistent hydration can contribute to a less puffy and more defined facial appearance. Alcohol can significantly affect facial puffiness. One of the main reasons is that alcohol dehydrates the body. When dehydration occurs, the body may later hold on to extra water, which can contribute to swelling in facial tissues. Alcohol also promotes inflammation and can disrupt sleep quality, both of which influence how the face looks the following day. Reducing alcohol intake can help stabilize fluid balance and often leads to noticeable improvements in facial swelling and skin appearance. Highly refined carbohydrates and sugary foods can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar. When blood sugar rises quickly, the body releases insulin to move the sugar into cells. Frequent insulin spikes encourage fat storage and can also contribute to inflammation. Chronic inflammation can lead to fluid retention and tissue swelling, including in the face. Replacing refined carbohydrates with whole foods like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins can help stabilize blood sugar levels and support a healthier body composition. Salt plays an important role in fluid balance, but excessive sodium intake can cause the body to retain extra water. When sodium levels become too high, the body holds onto water in order to maintain electrolyte balance. This extra fluid often appears in soft tissues such as the face. Reducing heavily processed foods, which tend to contain large amounts of sodium, can help minimize water retention and reduce facial puffiness. Fiber supports digestion and helps regulate how carbohydrates are absorbed in the body. When fiber intake is sufficient, blood sugar levels rise more gradually instead of spiking quickly. Stable blood sugar levels reduce insulin spikes, which can help limit excess fat storage. Fiber also supports gut health, which is closely linked to metabolism and inflammation levels. Foods such as vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds provide fiber that supports overall metabolic balance. Over time, improving diet quality can contribute to healthier fat distribution and reduced facial puffiness. One important thing to understand is that facial changes rarely happen overnight. The face reflects patterns that develop over weeks and months. Lifestyle habits accumulate their effects gradually. This is actually good news because it means small, consistent improvements can produce meaningful results. Drinking more water daily, sleeping better, exercising regularly, and eating balanced meals may seem simple, but together they create powerful long-term changes. Instead of chasing instant transformations, focusing on sustainable habits tends to produce the most natural improvements in facial appearance. At the end of the day, reducing face fat is rarely about a single trick. Your face responds to the same factors that influence the rest of your body. Body fat levels, hydration, sleep quality, diet, and daily activity all shape how your face looks over time. When these habits move in the right direction, facial definition often improves naturally. Consistency matters far more than quick fixes. Small lifestyle improvements repeated daily can gradually reduce puffiness, support fat balance, and bring out the natural structure of your face. Focus on habits you can maintain. Give your body time to adapt, and the results will follow.